And so we return to scenario 9, new round. Initiative's been, the turn counter marker's been moved up to the 2, and we're up to the Salamites' turn. So the Nora does have the lead barely, however they are down a character. And so, seeing as the Salamite has initiative, they don't want anything stupid to happen. Cherokee Bill's not breaking out though, no way. Still, to be safe, I'm going to activate, I'm very torn on what to do. Let's attach this to Jacksaw. No, let's attach this to Jacksaw and see how he does against Nick Bolter. So activating Jacksaw. I just came over here to see Nick Bolter's numbers. So we got 2 dice, and Jacksaw didn't turn to face him. So we have Nick Bolter's dark blue, 2, plus his 4 against Jacksaw's light blue, which is 2. So maybe should have spent the move points to turn him, but I'm trying to do a combined shoot. Is why I'm doing this. So I'm doing this now, so later I can show you a combined shoot. So the extra 3 will give me 3 more dice, so I have 5 dice up against his 2 and his 4D. 5 dice, 1 automatic hit, or 1 critical hit, and he has 5 defense, so this isn't going to be enough to do that. And then for him, he's going to get 2 dice to add to his defense. And obviously he's not getting hit, right? But we did it in case he rolled a critical hit, which will go through. Great. And that's, again, the only way the defender can hurt the attacker in a close combat. And that's it for Jacksaw. Nick Bolter's going to try and kill Jacksaw if they have a high shoot. 3's pretty good. So my choices are, do I use the 3 or do I use the 1 twice? I think I'll use the 3. So I'll activate Nick Bolter, and I'll spend 3 command points here on the shoot. And so I do targeting. Sorry, my opponent checks for line of sight, and it's there. And now for targeting, I'll get 1 and 1. So 2 dice, and I need 1 space. So I got it no matter what, but I did roll out of ammo, and so that I'll have to reload my gun before I use it again. But I do get to do the damage this time, so 3 dice, and then the 2 extra will put me at 5. So 5 dice up against Jacksaw's armor of 2, so not very big. So we got 2 going straight through to see if we can get him to his wounded side. And we're 1 shy of doing that, so we will be dealing with this armor value. And we'll have 4 minus the 2, so 2 more damage. So 1, we'll put him to 0, and we'll flip him over and do 1 more. So he's very vulnerable now, very low defensive value. And I'll get these out of here. So that Kevlar armor would have put Jacksaw in the same territory as the Mammoth in terms of strength. So it's too bad we can't do that. So a good turn by Nick Bolter. And yeah, okay. So I sort of did a bit of a setup here. Normally I don't do that, but we'll pretend the Nora was so distracted. Now we're gonna have Jeff Dealer do a combined shoot with Jacksaw, just so you guys can see what that's like. So what do I want to do? I want a high shoot value. And a bit of movement, it'll be this one. So activating Jeff Dealer. I will spend this here. And I'll spend 1 point on movement. And that'll move me 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So Nick Bolter now has line of sight. Will he interrupt? He would try to, because he would realize now that there's a combined shoot happening. And so if he wants to survive, let's say 5 points. But as the Salamites, I really want to show this to you. So we'll say they bid 5 as well. So tie goes to the player who is currently being activated. These points are lost. And now Jeff Dealer is going to do a shoot. Now you'll notice he does have a gold shoot here, but he doesn't have to use that. Only the people trying to combine with his shoot have to. And Jack Saw can actually combine because he has line of sight to the character that Nick Bolter is targeting. So I'm going to spend 1 on him as well. And his weapon is this one here, so not too shabby. Okay, so now Jeff Dealer is attacking Nick Bolter through the stairs, so he's going to be rolling the orange dice equivalent after, of course, checking for targeting. So we have 1 here and 1 here, so let's do that. We need 1 space. We did it, but we did get the out of ammo, so we'll mark that. And now Jack Saw will also do targeting. So 0 from this, 1 die from this. He needs 1 space from 1 die. And he did it. So now in terms of damage. So Jeff Dealer, his orange will give him 1. And then I spent 2, so with the extra die I'll get a 2nd die. Jack Saw has Nick Bolter in his line of sight, but only in the orange. So he'll get the orange die here, putting us at 3 dice total. So 3 dice up against Nick armor of 4, and it's not enough to do any damage. So 4, minus the 4 here, is not enough to go through. But that's an example of a combined shoot order, and you can understand why that's beneficial, right? Because you only have to count the armor twice against 2 shooters, so it's really beneficial, and it's a good way to do damage. So again, staircase, you have to use the orange on a shoot order, but close combat, you can choose, right? You can choose your orientation there. I'll end this scenario there. It's really ending up in favor of the Salamites, unfortunately. And so I'll end it there because it's becoming a bit lopsided. And hopefully I was able to teach you guys something about Earth Reborn. The scenarios weren't at all flawless, and I think at one point I'm going to redo them. But hopefully you can take away the mechanics and decide whether or not it's a game for you. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you guys around.